Hello guys, we are in a different angle. So this is the mess of my bedroom behind me, but right now I am currently sitting in front of my favorite bookcase. I have three technically in my room. This is my favorite. I did do a shelf tour 2 or 3 years ago, and I think it is well and truly time for a new one. So we are going to go through the shelf together. I'll be showing you all of my favorite special editions, and I think we're just gonna have a great time. Okay, let's get started. So as you can see, it is three like narrow cases that I've kind of pushed together to make a big one, and they're kind of like that. So we're going to start bottom left and go across and then slowly work our way up. And again, let's get into it. These three bottom shelves are usually hidden behind like stacks of other books. So these ones are never really on display, and sometimes I forget what's down here. So these are all just standard tall paperbacks from memory. So we got some Carrie Cole and a couple of thrillers. I have read Mexican Gothic. I loved Mexican Gothic. That was such a fun book. I haven't read The Marriage Act yet. Oh, I loved Ritual. If you are not from Australia and haven't heard of this book, I would highly recommend. It's like a commentary on the beauty industry and how like it is entirely culty. So yep. And then we do have An Unspeakable down here. I don't really know enough to comment at this point in time, but I'm not going to like get rid of this book just because of what's come out. So it's going to stay for now. We also have The Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker. If I'm being so honest with myself, I don't think I'm ever going to read this book. Like genuinely, I cannot ever see myself reaching for this book. So I actually might unhaul this one. We'll see how we go. Then moving on over, we have got the entire thing. It's basically just indie romances. We've got Jennifer Hartman, some Penelope Douglas. I have such a love-hate relationship with this author. I always love her setup in her books and I always hate the ending, but yeah, interesting. Oh, this one I really want to read. I remember when I bought it, I was so excited, and then it's gone on my shelves. And then a couple of other ones. So we've got Losers Part 1 and 2 by Harley LaRue. I'm so excited to eventually get to those. I loved The Unrequited by Saffron A. Kent when I read it. I don't know if I'd still love it, but it can stay for now. And then we have got Wrath and Rain, the complete series by Nikki St. Croix. That's another one I'm unsure if I'm actually going to enjoy, because I did read the the Lost Boys series by Nikki St. Croix and I didn't love it. But we'll see. And then right here at the sneaky top, we have got Wretched by Emily McIntyre. We will get back to that series. That is a hair. Jesus. Moving along. Down here, just some more random paperbacks that I may or may not get to. I really do want to read these two. And I've got a feeling that I'm going to enjoy them enough to warrant getting the hardcovers with sprayed edges. This is another one. If I'm being so honest with myself, I just don't think I'm ever going to read. I bought this spur of the moment from a secondhand store, right? Then I took it home and I was like, oh, I'm never going to read this. I put it on my unhaul stack, but then I read the first chapter and it was kind of funny. So I put it back on my shelves, but I don't think I need this book. So it's going in the unstacked shelf. I loved all these three. Dark Matter, everyone knows. Non-fiction, they were really good. That is also a non-fiction, but I haven't read it yet. We've got Frederick of Bachman, which I have not read, and a sprayed edge of A Forbidden Alchemy. So there she is. She's beautiful, she's stunning, and I'm pretty sure the author is Australian. So that is my bottommost shelf. Let's move on up. First, we've got the selection series, just the first three books. I do not hate the fourth and fifth book the way everyone else does. These ones I think are special editions from Beacon Book Box. I never purchased from them again. They are just like pretty hardcovers with dust jackets, but like there's nothing super special about them. Like I think they're digitally signed. So yeah, but I liked the selection enough to keep those. Hardcover of Beautyland that I got secondhand. Apparently it's like a really interesting book about an alien coming to Earth. Cool. Loved In the Dream House. I have not yet read Just Like Mother. Youth Juice, which is another one I bought secondhand. That's like about how the beauty industry is culty as fuck, I think. I think it's, yeah, like a beauty horror, which I think is a new genre. It should be. I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I adored this book. I just was so hooked into her story, and then I recently read Half His Age and I fucking hated it, so I don't know what that says about me. Next we have got Hera by Jennifer Saint. This is another one I purchased secondhand, and look guys, you're probably thinking I must not actually like Greek mythology, but I think this might be one of the last books I unhaul from this shelf. because I'm never going to reach for this. Like, I'm literally never going to pick up this book. It is very, like, the end pages are so beautiful. It is a purple hardcover, naked. Like, it is a very, very pretty book. But in all honesty, guys, Hera is not my favorite Greek mythology figure. And I did buy this secondhand, so I don't feel too bad about getting rid of it. If I had purchased this for like $45 from QBD, I'd probably give it more of a chance, but I don't know. I think it's going to go. There's a reason I'm being very harsh with unhauls. There's a method to my madness, which I will get into either later in this video or in a different video, but yeah, I think this one is going to have to go. And then we have got The Phantom Prince, My Life with Ted Bundy. This is written by Elizabeth Kendall, his actual girlfriend of the time of the murders. Such a fucking interesting book. So yep, that's a little cube, and we got a little bit more space. This is literally just indie romances. I feel like a lot of these have now been picked up by traditional publishing houses, but I think these are the only ones that are, as you can see, Bloom. So these ones are traditionally published, but all of these ones were, yeah, indie published. So we've got the entire Monster and Muses series by Sav R. Miller, and we have got I don't even know what these books are called. Never Ever novels by Emily McIntyre, hence the one I showed you just from before. So I have got the complete series of that. What a quick, easy little square, guys. This is the start of what is going to be a lot of special editions and sprayed edges. So first we have got Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is the Fabled edition. It's all right. I do have my own personal issues with Fabled as a company, but I will keep that. We have got, I think they're the Bookish Box editions of the first 2 books in the Scarlet St. Clair series. And again, they have got cute little floral edges. I have Does It Hurt by J.D. Carlton. I have actually not read this book, but I was obsessed with these sprayed edges. So this is from, I don't even know if it'll say it anywhere. Yes, Books Ever After. So this is a Books Ever After edition. And then we have got my Carissa Broadbent hardcovers with some really cool sprayed edges. We're just going to do those 2, to be honest, because the other ones aren't that impressive. Cool. Okay, so moving on up, I have got these 3 beautiful editions of Mina Lima. So we have got The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, Frankenstein, or The Modern Prometheus, and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Now, I don't know if you guys know that these editions are so cool. They're like packed full of like things you can open and interact with, and little pull-out pages. So I would highly recommend them. Not even just for kids, though. I think kids would love them. But I think even for like just book lovers, book appreciators, if you can find their favorite kind of fairy tale or classic in this edition, it would make such a really beautiful present. My mom actually got me the Frankenstein one for Christmas, and I was so fucking happy. Next, we have got The Shepherd King duology by Rachel Gillig. These ones are the sprayed edge hardcovers. So obviously I did have to purchase them. Like, they're just so fucking cool. Have I read the series? No. But I really want to. Similarly, we have got the Games Gods Play, although they are not in order. But I don't think there's anything special underneath. Oh, we've got end pages. Oh, and we have got a really cool, okay, they are pretty cool. I do want to read them. I will not be getting rid of these Greek mythology books. But yeah, these are ones that I literally just picked up from Big W, and I'm so happy to have. And then we move along. Anyone who knows me will know that A Little Life is actually my favoriteest book of all time. Like, I cannot think of a book that I love more than A Little Life. So I always have my American hardcover edition on display facing out. But let's rearrange this shelf so you can see what we've got going on here. Hiding back here, we have got In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. It's just a standard hardcover, but I really like it, so I want it to be on the shelf. And then we have got A Taste of Gold and Iron. I believe this is a Bookish Box edition. It has some sprayed edges, it has a little art card, and a really pretty cover. Have I read it? No. Will I one day? That is indeed the hope. Here we have got my Six of Crows duology. Now, I don't remember where these dust jackets are from. They are not obviously standard issue. I bought the dust jackets separate because they are actually on the collector's editions of the books. Are they reversible? No. So yeah, I don't remember. I think I just bought the dust jackets on Facebook Marketplace. So I actually could not tell you where they're from unless I did some investigating, but I really like them. Then I have got The Staircase in the Woods by Chuck Wendig. This is the Illumicrate Evernight. Is that what the... Yes, Evernight edition. And I love this naked hardcover. I think it is so cool. I have not read it yet, but Chuck Wendig is one of those horror authors that I'm like positive I'm going to love. So he sits here very hopefully. And then, as you may have seen on top, I did have Bat Eater by Kylie Lee Baker. This is another Evernight edition. These are also signed by the author, which does make a difference to me. I think a real signature versus a digital is a massive deal. I really, really liked this book. This book is a very, very cool modern horror. So it is staying on my shelves. And now we can put Mr. Well, I don't know. I always assumed that the model on the cover is supposed to be Jude St. Francis. So regardless, he stays here. We love him. And then we move along. My friends, we have got some really, really cool books on this shelf. So first we have got Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. This was Dimmick's Book of the Year for last year. So I got the special edition that has the exclusive bonus content, FYI, was a like page long chapter. It was, I can't believe that I was so hyped for this edition for the bonus content, and there was barely any bonus content, but it does have like a cute naked hardcover underneath. Then I found Beautiful Disaster by Jem McGuire at Savers for like $5. And where the signature at? Oh no, I lost the signature. It fell off. There it is. It isn't the most impressive signature, I'd be so for real. And I know a lot of people hate Beautiful Disaster and a lot of people hate the movie. Genuinely, respectfully, do not care about your opinion. I love this book. When I read it, I was like 16 and I thought it was the best thing ever. Next, I have got, I believe this is the Fairy Loot. Yes, edition of Rose and Chains. Look, we can say what we want about Harry Potter fanfictions getting traditionally published, but I fucking love this book. I love the sprayed edges. I love the story. I love the characterization. And I really love the way that this was changed, because I tried reading the auction. It was basically unreadable, so I'm so fucking glad that we got a lot of edits. Thank the Lord. Next, we have got my annotated special edition of Archer's Voice. I loved Archer's Voice. This entire book really, really broke my soul and then put it back together again. We've got just orange, typical sprayed edges. What does she look like naked? Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, that's adorable. And yeah, like it says, there are some annotations throughout, which is always a really fun element to add. Next, I've got another copy of my favoriteest book. This was the anniversary edition of A Little Life. How many years? 10 years. It's a 10-year anniversary copy. I really liked the artwork and I really liked the cover. It just gives such a different vibe from the crying man face, but it also works just as well. There's literally nothing special about this copy apart from the cover, and there's, I think, an interview with Hanya Yanagihara. There's nothing like actually special about it, but it's my favorite book, so you can't judge me, and if you do, I don't care. Next, I have got my standard paperback copy of Hot Wax by M.L. Rio, but it is signed by the author, and I've loved the other two books I read by M.L. Rio, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Next, we have got We Live Here Now by Sarah Pinborough. Obviously, got the Sprayed Edges edition. This book was my favorite book of January, so just read it if you have the chance to. Then we have got my screenplay of A Little Life. I loved the play. I saw the the recorded version they played in cinemas in Australia for a couple of weeks. I saw that 2 times and I fucking loved it, and I cried both times, and I think the cast was brilliant. I think the adaptation was really well done, except for a couple of characters that they completely got rid of. Really, really enjoyed this. So, yep, highly recommend. And then last but not least, we've got another Fable edition. It is The Devil You Know by Veronica Eden. Some little love hearts there. Again, I have issues with Fable, or Fabled, but I'm not going to get rid of this until I've actually read it. Do you guys believe, sorry, I'm very itchy and sneezy because there is dust on this bookshelf. Would you believe that this entire shelf is just one series? It is the Married to Magic series by Elise Kova. So, what happened was, I originally had the first 3 books in the indie paperbacks, and then I realized that the indie hardcovers were so much cuter. Let's just take one to show you. Like, pretty basic, right? But then take the dust jacket off, she's a little bit cooler, right? And then, especially the third book, my God, wait till you see this baby. Right? We have character art, and like, it is just so cool. So I sold my paperbacks and I bought the indie hardcovers, and I was obsessed and in love with them. And then I realized that Bookish Box had editions as well. So the first, I think 3 of them I had to purchase secondhand on Facebook, and then the last 2 I was able to purchase directly from Bookish Box. But let's have a look at just the first book. I mean, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? Okay, let's say, oh, beautiful. Let's say, oh, beautiful. Let's see, oh, sweet baby Jesus. They're just also beautiful, and I really couldn't decide between the like indie published hardcovers, which are now essentially going to be out of stock because they have been traditionally picked up, between my beautiful babies, or between my beautiful babies. So I just didn't pick, and I decided to keep them all, and they need to all be displayed because they look so fucking beautiful together, right? Thank you. Next, we have got a bit of a mix mash of books. We have got, the Poison Study trilogy, just the first 3 in the overall series, from Fairy Loot. I think my brother bought these for one of my birthdays. Now, unfortunately, these were the unsigned copies. I was too late to get the signed copies because I'm not a subscriber of Fairy Loot, so I just got the general sale, and by then I think all the signed copies were gone. But these are so beautiful, and I love that series. I also have the special 10th anniversary editions or whatever of Song of Achilles and Circe. We have got a book from Blush Book Box. I should probably know the name before I just go pulling out their books. Blush Book Box, I have got Dreams of 18 by Saffron A. Kent. Now, I originally had this in the Beyond the Pages edition, but money was tight for a while there, and I ended up selling it for like $200, and now I'm glad that I have a copy of this book back on my shelves. And also, look how cute it is. It's adorable. It's so cute. And then we move on. I'm actually going to stay recording for this section because these ones go across 2 shelves. We have got my Carrie Maniscalco collection. So first I have got the first 3 books that have been released in the Princes of Sin series. These are all the Barnes & Noble exclusives, and this one I actually managed to get signed, so very exciting. We've then got the Barnes & Noble exclusive editions of the Kingdom trilogy, not signed or anything special, but I just like them. And then we have got the Bookish Box editions of the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Now these are the ones, as you can probably tell, these are the unedited or uncorrected ones. They basically had to fix a lot of errors in those books, and I ended up buying the ones that did have the errors because they were a lot cheaper secondhand on Facebook, and I think they're beautiful anyway, so I don't care. So first I have got my, oh fuck, I don't even know what editions these are. Hang on, we need to make some space. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. These are, I want to say, the Illumicrate editions of the Steminist series. They are, oh, well, it'd be really good if you could tell us. Yes, they are the Illumicrate series, Illumicrate editions. They were signed as well. So we have got Love Hypothesis, Love on the Brain, and Love Theoretically. Love all those books. We love them. They stay. Next, we have got my Afterlight editions, which is Illumicrate's branch off of the freaking Lovelight Farm series by B.K. Borison. Sorry, these are packed very tight. So we've got Business Casual, like, hello. And they are so, the end pages and the actual covers, I just cannot with this series. I'm actually going to show them all to you. Hope they don't fall off and make me look stupid. End page, Nike, like, these books are so beautiful. Illumicrate, one thing they have just absolutely excelled at in the last few years is really making the naked hardcovers just as beautiful as every other part of the book. So yeah, I love these books. I love them, love them, love them. I didn't love, in all honesty, the second book, but the rest of the series were all 5-star for me. Next, we have got my Ashley Poston books. These are also, from memory, no, these are not Fairy Loot. Interesting. We've got The Dead Romantic. We got Cute. We got Signed. We got Cute. I love. So I have read all my Ashley Postons as well. I did go through a bit of a phase where I'm like, if I'm going to own all these special editions, then I need to read all the special editions. So, actually, I did read them before I bought the special editions, but yeah, anyway, just ignore me. Then we've got the 7-Year Slip. Yeah. And I will say that from what I have heard, the Dead Romantics and the 7-Year Slip especially are really difficult to find secondhand right now. So, yeah. And then this one, was this the most recent one? I think this was her 2025 release, no? Yes? Because I remember... Yes, this one I just bought directly from Fairy Loot, which was great. I didn't need to pay the marked up prices of secondhand books. So, love that shelf. One of my favorites. But equally as favorite is my Bergman Brothers series, again by Afterlight. We're going to do this. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right, guys. This series, first of all, I loved almost all of them. I didn't really love that one, and I think maybe that one. But for the most part, I love this series. Can we just... Oh no, they don't order that way. Okay, we're going to have to reverse the order, which doesn't make more sense. Actually, maybe you guys can tell me. I know which order to have Bergman rank down, rank up. So if you have the answer to that, that would be very helpful. But now that they are that way, let's see. Oh, it's still wrong. Am I an idiot? Oh, because I don't have spelled Bergman. And I do have to be in alphabetical order. Wow. So yeah, I was right the first time. I just didn't know how to spell which way. It didn't work. Okay. I don't think I actually have read these books. Anyway, let's do the flip. Let's do a reveal. What? How are they still wrong? I'm so confused. Guys, why is this math not mathing? So they must have to be in this one. So I gotta write this. Oh, I'm going to scream. Well, that reveal failed on like 3 different fronts. That is the image that I was trying to show you guys. It shows you the A-frame, which is where all the couples eventually go to get their groove on. Okay, well, now that they're in the right order, I'm just going to do one of these. Okay, let's pretend none of that happened because that was really fucking stressful and I never want to experience it again. Thank you. Also on this shelf, I have got the Blush Box edition of Sweet Dandelion. Now, this actually was purchased as a like damaged book. There is literally nothing wrong with it. I have not read this book, but I've wanted to for like, honestly at this point, probably 7 years. So we bought it. Yeah. Then I also had to pick up the Illumicrate edition of The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. I have not read this yet, but I'm obsessed with this. I think the idea of like a clear dust jacket is so fucking clever. I think the aesthetics of this book were nailed perfectly, so I wanted to get it before everyone else realized just how precious it was. And then lastly, we have got another Afterlight edition. It is the Build a Boyfriend Project by Mason Diva. I read a Mason Diva book years ago, fucking loved it. It was YA, so I did unhaul it eventually, but I do think that I will enjoy this. And again, with the Nike hardcovers. So fucking cute! And now we move across. Okay, so first we have got my Haunting and Hunting Adeline editions from Books Ever After. I wanted the beautiful sprayed edges. Next, I have got my Fairy Loot edition of The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. Unfortunately, it is unsigned, but them's the breaks. Next, we have got, I believe this is my Litjoy, I think they're Litjoy, editions of the original Grisha Trilogy books. Lovely end pages, lovely design, and there are annotations throughout, and like illustrations, but there are some annotations and stuff throughout. Only the first book, I think, but still I love them. Catabasis moved up here just today because it's black and it matched the vibes, and it is the Special Edges edition from Big W, so it lives here. I've got a horror coloring book, but it's actually, I really wanted to support like a smaller creator by purchasing it. But then like throughout there are like typos and like it just wasn't the best quality, so I haven't used it in a while. I also have my Litjoy edition of Frankenstein. I really like the drawing of the monster there. I really love the end pages, and this also has like illustrations throughout, which I think, like page overlays, which I think are so fucking cool. So he lives here as well. And then we have got 100 horror books to read before you're murdered. It is literally just like a guide to horror literature if you've never really delved into it before. Go to the different genres, different authors, different tropes. Very, very cool. I really love having this book. And then we're going to move up to what is going to be the most difficult shelf to film. We are in the top most left corner now. I have got my Evernight edition of The Eyes of the Best Part by Monica Kim. Have not read this yet, but am very excited to. I think eyeballs are so gross, so creepy. We love. Next, what do we got? Oh, we've got The Darkness Within Us and The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. I have read the first book. I really, really loved it. So then I saw that the duology was coming to, I don't know which special edition place. Can editing Steph put it in here? Oh, it's signed. Oh, it's a bookish box. Yes, I needed to get those. Then we have got The Den of Vipers. Oh, just Den of Vipers by K.A. Knight. This is from Fabled, I believe. We've got Bloodied Hands by Adelaide Forrest. This is from Bookish and Spice. We've got Dark Notes by Pam Godwin, also from Bookish and Spice. We have got Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin from Bookish and Spice. Oh, we have got The Guy Next Door, which is a Lucy scorebook. Hello, sexy. This was actually, let's see, I think it was from Bookish Box. I believe it was Bookish Box. And then Lucky Last, we have a special edition I didn't even pay for. It is Book of Night by Holly Black. This is an Illumicrate edition, and I got it for free. Someone on Facebook was just like being nice and gifting people special editions a few Christmases ago. We've got a bit of a random assortment. We've got the 20th edition Twilight, Fabled Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. We have got 3 sprayed edge editions of the Knock 'Em Out series by Lucy Score. The first 2, oh no, sorry, this one and this one are both signed by Lucy. Then we've got one of her newer books, Story of My Life, which is also signed, and it is also personalized because they met Lucy Score last year. Indeed I did. And lucky last, we've got Bookish and Spice's edition of 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth. I thought that book was so fun. Not the best view because there's shadows and stuff, but I'm lazy, so sorry about it. Guys, we are at the final shelf. We have got like dust, which is really great. These are my absolute favorite books on this entire shelf because they are so special to me. We have got the Litjoy Folk of the Air trilogy plus the like little spin-off. We've got The Darkest Part of the Forest, and we've got the first book in the new duology. So the Stolen Air we have got. I have also pre-ordered The Prisoner's Throne. These books are priceless to me. Yeah, I don't really know where to start. I love this series. I love Holly Black. I love everything about him so fucking much. I love that these have the like illustrations, but we also have notations and annotations, and I just cannot describe to you how much I fucking love these books. And I love the like old classic look of them. Similarly, we have got my Margaret Rogerson books. I think these are all the books she's published thus far, but they also have that really like old, unique sort of some same sort of style. Now, I don't think there's anything too special about these, but I just think they're so beautiful. Oh my god, I cannot do this with 2 hands. But either way, like when I do get The Prisoner's Throne, I have no idea how I'm going to rearrange this shelf to fit them all. But genuinely, one of my favorite shelves. I love this entire case. Oh, I didn't put you back. I accidentally left you there, you poor thing. Let's fix that up. Okay, let's take a step back, guys. I just love books so fucking much, guys. I love my shelves. I love how I've organized these books. I just love I just love this shelf so fucking much. So yeah, this is my updated bookcase, because if you want to go back and watch the old video, it was quite different. I made quite a few changes and I bought a lot more books. That was basically all I had to show you guys. I'm not even gonna get into the shelves behind me. Like, you can already tell, like, what a fucking nightmare. Like, that's not happening. Not this weekend anyway. But I did want to say the reason I was being maybe a bit harsh with some books I'm unhauling is I am trying to do a bit of a book ban. Not like a total book ban, but at least put some restrictions in place for myself, because if not, like, as I've seen in March, my book buying does go like absolutely over the top. So I am allowing myself one book up to $20 per week, which does sound excessive to some people, but it might sound even worse to say I was spending way more than that on books per week, right? But one thing I am allowing myself is that for every 10 books I read or 10 books I unhaul, one or the other, I do get to buy another book if it does fit within my budget for the week. And there are a couple of books I really do have my eye on, and I would be willing to sacrifice like 10 older books that I'm never going to get to purchase these newer ones. So hence the Greek mythology books I decided to get rid of. Anyway, it is Saturday night. I have just finished reading a thriller and I want to jump into another book. So yeah, I will end this video here and hopefully talk to you guys soon. Bye.